Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Halimatu Syadia Harahap. I'm from PWA class 2023, my student number 23021100039, and I'm from English Education Study Program, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teaching Science, Saranat Fatah Islamic University. So in this video, I will collect my text for Surah Holland. Methods of education as versus West. A teacher from a Western country recently visited an elementary school in an Asian country. In one class, she watched 60 young children as they learned to draw a cat. The teacher drew a big circle on the blackboard, and 60 children copied it on their papers. The teacher drew a smaller circle on top of the first and then put two triangles on top of it. The children drew in the same way. The lesson continued until there were 61 identical cats in the classroom. Each student's cat looked exactly like the one on the board. The visiting teacher watched the lesson and was surprised. The teaching methods were very much different from the way of teaching in her own country. A children's art lesson in her own country produced a room full of unique pictures, each one completely different from the others. Why? What causes this difference in educational methods? In a classroom in any country, the instructor teaches more than art or history or language. He or she also teaches cultures, the ideas and beliefs of that society. Each educational system is a mirror that reflects the culture of the society. In a society such as the United States or Canada, which has many national, religious, and cultural differences, people highly value individualism and the difference between people. The teachers place a lot of importance of the qualities that make each student special. The educational system in this country shows these values. Students do not memorize information. Instead, they work individually and find answers themselves. There is often discussion in the classroom. At an early age, students learn to form their own ideas and opinions. In most Asian societies, by contrast, the people have the same language, history, and culture. Perhaps for this reason, the educational system in much of the Orient reflects society belief in group goals and purpose rather than individualism. Children in China, Japan, and Korea often work together and help each other on assignments. In the classroom, the teaching methods are often very formal. The teacher lectures and the student listen. There is not much discussion. Instead, the students recite rules or information that they have memorized. There are advantages and disadvantages to both of the systems of education. For example, one advantage to the system in Japan is that students there learn much more math and science than American students learn by the end of high school. They also study more hours each day and more days each year than North Americans do. This system is difficult, but it prepares students for a society that values discipline and self-control. There is, however, a disadvantage. Memorization is an important learning method in Japanese schools. Yet many students say that after an exam, they forget much of the information that they have memorized. The advantage to the educational system in North America, on the other hand, is that students learn to think for themselves. The system prepares them for a society that values creative ideas. There is, however, a disadvantage. When students graduate from high school, they haven't memorized as many basic rules and facts as students in other countries have. This is the summary of the text. The text contrasts the educational methods between Western and Eastern societies. It begins with an example of a Western teacher who observed an art class in an Asian country where all children replicated the teacher's drawing exactly, highlighting a collective approach to learning. This contrasts with Western methods, where children are encouraged to express individuality and creativity. In Western societies like the United States, education tends to emphasize individualism, where students are encouraged to think independently and find their own answers. This reflects the broader cultural values of individualism and diversity in the societies. On the other hand, Eastern educational system, particularly in Asia, focus on memorizations and the transmissions of established knowledge, with less emphasis on creative thinking. This system is designed to prepare students for a disciplined society that values conformity. The text concludes by acknowledging that both educational systems have their advantages and disadvantages. For instance, the Eastern system often leads to strong memorization skills but may lack in fostering independent thinking, while the Western system encourages creativity but might not instill the same level of discipline. This summary captures the essence of the text, which explores the cultural underpinnings of educational approach in different parts of the world. So this is according for religion facts. In Indonesia is a country with a majority Muslim population, and religion has a big influence of the education system. As in the education system in the East, which prioritizes cultural values and collectivism in Indonesia too. Education often reflects local religious and cultural values. For example, religious studies are a mandatory part of the curriculum in public and private schools. In Indonesia too, religious education is an integral part of the curriculum. For example, students in state schools are required to take religious lessons according to their religion. This reflects the educational approach in the East, which emphasizes cultural and religious values in the educational process. Many schools teach not only general subjects, but also moral and ethical values that are in accordance with the teachings of the Islamic religion. And then next for actual facts, according to education system in Indonesia, especially in state schools, tends to be more formal and focuses on memorizations and mastery of material according to the national curriculum. This is aligned with the Eastern educational methods mentioned in the text, where the educational system places more emphasis on memorizing and discipline. However, there have also been attempts to adopt an approach that focuses more on developing creativity and critical thinking, as is more commonly found in Western educational systems. For example, according to the National Examination System or UN, which determines students' graduation, is an example of a very structured and formal educational approach in Indonesia. Students are encouraged to memorize the material in order to achieve good results in exams. This is similar to the description of Eastern educational system in the text, where memorization and discipline are the main focus. For example, many students spend hours in tutoring to ensure they can answer a national examination question correctly. And then the last, for my personal experience, I think many students in Indonesia feel pressures to follow a very structured and formal education system, similar to the description of Eastern education system in the text. However, there are also stories about schools starting to adopt more interactive and creative learning methods, such as in Western education, especially in private or international schools. For example, some schools adopt the Montessori or project-based learning method, which place more emphasis on developing individually and critical thinking. And then according in Indonesia, there are still schools that emphasize collective values, where students are expected to work together and adapt to the group, compared to the emphasis on individuality as in the West. For example, in extracurricular activities such as coaching or other group activities, students are taught to work together in teams and respect shared values. Overall, the education system in Indonesia shows characteristics of both approaches, with a strong influence from Eastern culture but also starting to adopt some elements from Western education. I think that's enough. Thank you for watching my video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.